So VAXEE finally released their 4K dongle and the NP-01 Wireless. So let's take a look at how the 4K dongle affects performance on these mice and what's changed with the NP-01 in wireless form. The click feel is very nice as is usual for VAXEE mice. It's more clicky and tactile on the NP-01 compared to the Outset AEX, and at the same time a little bit heavier, but the click feel is overall very premium. The quality is also what you can expect, so there are no issues whatsoever, and the mouse feels very premium and tanky, but I think it maybe even shoot at 73 grams, which is not the most lightest of the mice. Don't get me wrong though, as the NP-01 Wireless does not feel heavy in my hand, but the weight is the same as on the Outset AEX Wireless, and the Outset is a larger mouse, so it does feel lighter in hand than the NP-01. One thing to note is that I can actually actuate the side buttons by squeezing the mouse from the sides, but this has caused me no problems whatsoever in game. Let's move on and talk about the performance with the VAXEE 4K dongle, and starting with motion latency, that is very respectable. Not quite as good as I expected, as the 1K solution from VAXEE is absolute top notch, but the differences between the numbers at this point do not mean much at all, and their 4K solution seems to be very reliable, and I've had no issues whatsoever. Using the 4K dongle also improves click latency, but that is still something that's not quite up to par with the best. But as the clicks are usually quite light on VAXEE mice, it makes the click feel very responsive on these mice. All in all, the performance is good, and VAXEE has mentioned that they are looking to improve their click latency, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if they came in with some improvements for motion as well. But let's go ahead and move on and talk about the shape of the NP-01S Wireless. There are some changes over the previous wired NP-01, and those are mostly here on the thumb side, so the left curve right here and on the front right corner. These are not massive changes by any means. You can feel that there is some difference in here, but it's not something that majorly makes me at least enjoy or hate the shape in that regard. But I think that the new changes make it more safe, especially for those people that relaxed claw and hold their fingers near the front right corner right here. It's still more comfortable for aggressive claw and has very good spots where you can hold your fingers consistently. So here on the front right corner, a little bit lower right here. And then the thumb spot right here on the left side just feels very comfortable for aggressive claw. It's still the same NP-01 and it feels very unique, so really no other mouse feels quite like this, in my opinion at least. All ergo mice just feel significantly different than this, and for example something like the ZOWIE S2 that also has a highish hump here on the middle or the back of the mouse does not quite feel at all like the NP-01, and the ZOWIE U2 is just all the way very different. The NP-01 is my least favorite shape from VAXEE, and for example the ZOWIE S2 just in my opinion does quite a lot of things better than the NP-01. It's more comfortable for me, it's better for different kind of claw grips, and more fun to use, but I still think that the NP-01 has a place in the community. It does have those religious fans that the shape has. But I would recommend for you to go instead with the NP-01S or the Outset AEX from VAXEE, if I would be choosing one mouse from them. It's a great option if you like the ZOWIE S2, but you would want to try something a little bit different. But do keep in mind that this does not necessarily mean that you will enjoy the NP-01. Pretty much the same as me, I've learned to like the ZOWIE S2 quite a lot since I've started to use it. But never really happened for me with the NP-01. It's an interesting mouse that's very fun to use in game, but it's not something that I feel is built for me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. As always, it's a very impressive mouse from VAXEE in terms of quality, click feel, performance. Just not maybe made for me. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next one.